we'll be sharing the main concerns of South Africans, the people of South Africa, about Chidimma. What are your main concerns? And I will, first of all, before I open the live for anyone that may have anything to say, I will, first of all, talk about what I feel from what people have been saying on the comment section and what the people on the internet, South Africans, have been saying that their main concerns are. Then after that, I'll just open the live stream, and so that anyone can share their thoughts if they want to say something. Hi, Radi. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear. Thank you so much. I appreciate you joining. Okay, so yeah, that's how we are going to roll. Okay, so first of all, I'll be reading just a few comments, not a lot. Okay, there's this comment that caught my eye, and I just want to read it. Okay, the person said, I think the first thing that raised eyebrows was her name. I've been following the saga since it started over a month ago. People were just confused about her unique name. That was unfamiliar. I fully agree with you, Olivia. The opera wouldn't have been that severe if it was a Lerato Adeshina or a Natando Adeshina. Also, let's not forget that the Nigerian Mozambican flag. Okay, so let me address this part of what this person said. Thank you, everyone that commented. Okay, thank you so much for confirming you can hear me. So, like I said on my because if you guys don't know, I study psychology and I understand to an extent the way people reason, the way an average person will reason, okay, to an extent, okay. So I understand that if it would have been a situation whereby Chidimma has, even if obviously she will be bearing her surname, which is Adeshina, okay, like I said in my video, but if she had her South African name included before she started or she joined the pageant, I'm sure it wouldn't have. Eventually, people obviously will know that her nationality and everything, but some people will be like, okay, she's Lerato, so I mean, or like this person said, or she's Natando, or she's Lindiwe, I like Lindiwe as a name, or she's Tando, or she's Lufuno, So I mean, it's okay. So a lot of people would have probably taking it like that, and she's like, okay, it's fine, Lindiwe Adeshina. Okay. But however, like I said, not everybody would have still, but it would have piped down the whole tension, because the first who is this one again, came from Chidimma. Chidimma is an Igbo name, and if anybody that knows South African names, you know that is not how South African names sound. In fact, you will know it's not a South African name. And when somebody simply Googles the name Chidimma, what nationality is it, Google will simply tell you it's a Nigerian Igbo name. So that's the first opera, like this comment that this person said. Okay, then the second opera, the second and main one, he's not the, I think Lunga, he's not the only person that commented about this particular part of another concern of South Africans. A lot of people, we are just pointing to the fact that, okay, she had her two flags, like nationality flags, like, is like, I represent this country, I represent this country. So she had that of Nigeria, where, she's a Nigerian national. Then she also had that of Mozambique. Although right now, before I started this video, I went and checked, and I did not see those flags, so I didn't see it. I think she has already edited her profile, which is okay. It's also wise of her, since people are concerned about it. I don't know at what point she edited her profile, but I know that as at now, it's no longer there. She doesn't have any flag there. But when people saw it, I think when people So, oh, who is Chidimma? Who is Chidimma? Who is this contestant? Okay, let's go and check her socials. You know how this social media age is. They went and everybody went and said going to her social. I'm like, are you for real? What flag can I see here? Nigerian flag. Okay, which other flag is this? Mozambique. And what's she representing again? South African? No ways, no ways. I'm sure. I'm just trying to, like, you know, imitate how an average person will say, what was this? So obviously everybody would be like, what's this? And I feel that that was an oversight on her part. Like I said, when the Bible said, I'm a Christian, okay, so I always refer to the Bible. The Bible said that wisdom is profitable to direct. In whatever you are doing, you know, do it with wisdom. It was an unwise decision to even put any flag. Then if you must put, for the fact that I'm saying I'm a national of this, I'm a South African national, I'm a Nigerian national, I would probably either put 3 of them if I want to represent 3 of them. But hi, Miss Logan. So if I want to represent 3 of them, I'll put 3 of them. I'm just saying what I would have done. I'll put 3 of them, or I'll put none. That's another option. Or I'll put just the South African one because, I mean, I'm here. Or I'll put South African and Nigerian. I don't know. So it's a lot of people are saying that she identifies more as a Nigerian and as a Mozambican. People, I studied HR as well in South Africa, and when we were doing information systems and all that, we were taught that in HR, that as a HR personnel, even employers will go and look at your socials. So it's I mean, it's a tip for everyone that is here on this life right now, or if you ever hear it. It's not just when it comes to pageants or anything important in this day and time. Whatever you're doing, first of all, clean out your socials, clean up your socials, you know. Oh, why is my YouTube, this thing, looking upside down? Sorry, guys. Oh my God, no, we can't have it look upside down. I'm sure it's my little baby that comes to play with it. So, whatever we are doing in this age and time, we should know that people are looking at our socials. If I say I'm representing South Africa as on the such a high profile scheme of a Miss South Africa, I should as well have something that shows that, okay, I identify with those people. So I'm not going to fault anybody. I'm always honest. I'm not going to fault anybody that says, oh, she's not a South African. I'm not saying she's not a South African. Please, you guys should not get me wrong. People are trying to say that she doesn't identify with South Africa for the singular fact that she does not have those 2 flag. She did not include South African flag. So that was another concern. You guys should say what your concerns are on the comment section. I can also read it out and we'll talk about it. Okay, that's the essence of a live video. If not, I would have recorded it and just posted. So communicate on the comment section and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so the flag. So he said the Mozambican flag on her social media account and no South African flag. That's just made people more upset. The last straw that broke the camel's back was the video when she was surrounded by Nigerian men. Oh, okay. Nigerian men, people were completely outraged. Oh my God, I didn't see that video. I'm sure that that video is not on her social media platform right now. Okay. All right. I do know that when I was actually, interested in this comment, I didn't see this part where she was surrounded by Nigerian men. People were completely outraged. That makes sense. Okay, so what he's trying to say is that if she also claims South Africa, she should have things, as much as she wants to identify with this part of her life, which is Nigeria and Mozambique, then she should also have things that represents her in this part of her life, which is South Africa. Couple the fact that she doesn't have a South African name, or okay, I don't know if she doesn't have, let me not misquote anybody. She didn't include her South African name, and she just bore her Nigerian name was one point. The second one was that the flag was something that she also did not represent South Africa, and that when she was at what point? Okay, the last straw was that the video surrounded by Nigerian men. Okay, so when she also, I don't know what she was doing when she was surrounded by Nigerian men, that there were no South Africans to also represent that part of her, which was one thing that really, really got people very upset. So these are some of the concerns of South Africans about Chidimma. 3 of those points. We'll get to other comments that people were making. And let me see what even if she, okay, somebody said, you got it right to say that she didn't raise the South African flag. Okay. Okay, it's called raising the flag. Oh, okay. That means like when you're on your socials, when you just raise a flag, you say, okay, I pledge to this country. Oh, okay, I pledge to this country. That's what it actually means. Oh, this person, another commenter is trying to say, yeah, you're right when you say she didn't raise the South African flag. Okay. Even if she included South African flag, raising Nigerian flag is an insult to South Africa. That means South Africa plus Nigerians don't want her okay, that's another comment. Anyway, it's not an insult. She's a South African, she's a Nigerian, so I wouldn't come here and tell you that it's an insult raising Nigerian flag. But if she did not include South African flag, yes, Olivia will tell you that yes, I would not also, I don't subscribe to that. The truth is the behavior of Nigerians SA has made everything associated with Nigeria and unlikable. Yeah, you can say that. Some Nigerians, always add some Nigerians, because you can't, put everyone in a blanket statement, because I mean, I'm a Nigerian, so, and I'm here and I'm not doing anything questionable. So we must always, say things the way they are. I'm concerned about the participants of Miss Nigeria. Is it fair that they were through the hard process of qualifying and Chidimma makes it on the basis of cloud? And what about the rules of no kids? Does Chidimma have a kid? Miss Logan is trying to say that she's concerned about the participants of Miss Nigerians. Is it fair that they went through the hard process of qualifying and Chidimma makes it on the basis of cloud? And what about the rule of no kids? I don't even know that part. I don't even know at what stage she is at the moment, if she has joined the Nigerian beauty pageant. I don't have an idea. And I don't know if she has kids. Does she have kids? Please, you guys should say on the comment section. Yes, she does. She was married also. Are you serious? Oh my God, I'm completely clueless. I know in Nigeria, one thing I can tell you, in Nigeria, they do not, my youngest sister used to do all those pageants, Miss Nai, all those things. I don't know, she didn't go far anyway, but I know that they do not allow anybody that has kids in Miss Nigeria. I don't know about Miss South Africa. Obviously, in South Africa, because she participated, I'm sure they don't mind, but in Nigeria, it's a thing. So I don't know if they will want to lower down the standards because of her. And Cloud, that would be Cloud, obviously. If she says, yes, she does. She accepted the invitation. She's coming for the crown. Oh my God. Miss Logan. Oh my God, are you for real? I don't know. I didn't know about that. Someone on the comment section was saying that she rejected Nigerians as well. I don't know. One thing about, you can't, except I go and do my own proper research. I wouldn't, when I saw that she rejected, I was like, whatever, that's not even the bone of contention. If she accepts Nigeria or not, she's at liberty to accept or reject whichever one she wants. But I didn't know she accepted Nigeria. So these are the main concerns. I think let's see other concerns that people are raising. That amongst other things, I screenshotted some things I wanted to talk about. Okay, somebody had this comment also that also she said, thanks Olivia, I've been waiting for your own view on this. I think humans generally, okay, I think human beings are generally not accepting, and that's true. When they see others stroke different, they assume the different person comes to take and not add. I don't know if you remember the President Obama won the election. His fellow Americans wanted him to share his birth certificate to prove he was really born there. Yes, I remember during Obama's time. I remember, obviously. if he was really born there. So as humans, we are usually not as accepting and inclusive as we should be. I agree, because that's why I said I don't fault anybody. We all, like, human beings are territorial. They even animals, not talk of human beings, we are territorial. We try to guide and guard our territory. Okay, so yeah, I remember even in America it happened during Obama. Now, with the specific issue, it's sad that Chidimma had to go through this in public. I agree with you. If she had at least one SA name, things might have been different. I also think it was not just a name issue. She had a Nigerian and Mozambican flag. Okay, the same thing on her social media. I think some South Africans felt she didn't identify as South African. I think that was the main thing, amongst every other thing. This particular fact that, especially for the flag, not so much of the name, but the name is also, because the name is one thing you know, people will call you, okay, when doing the contestant, me so and so, me so and so. So name was one thing that people looked at and they're like, okay, what's going on here? Then when they started to probe some more, they discovered that, oh my God, this person that is here, oh my God, look at actually who she actually calls herself in the real sense of it. And then she's coming to mask as this, which we do not subscribe to. So I don't know. I don't think, if you ask me, she did it on purpose. Maybe it was an oversight for the fact, and she didn't have good people to advise her. People didn't really look into, she didn't have maybe South African close friends. I don't know. Oh my God, what am I even saying? Let me not say what I don't know. Because if she had South African close friends, I'm sure when she told them that, or let me just say a good PR team, let me not even say South African close friends, a good PR team, because when you're going into such things, you should have people on your team that advise you and make sure you're on point. If she had a good PR team, that should have been the first thing they would point out. Okay, you shouldn't be doing this, don't do this. If you have to do this, South African flag should be the first. Because let me tell you one thing you should know, that Chidimma would she would be much more comfortable in South Africa than in Nigeria, because she was not raised in Nigeria. The ways of Nigerians are very, very different, and the ways of South Africans are very, very different as well. These like two opposite, you know, countries when it comes to culture, in the real sense of it. So I know that most things she knows is things that has to do with South Africa. I always want to liken it to, when I'm likening it to my children, I'm not trying to say that my children is going to come to contest for Miss South Africa, because that was what some people were saying in the comment section. No, but when I'm trying to liken it to a child that is from a foreigner, that but is, you know, but is in another country, that's when I bring in my children. And I always say it, even when you see them talk, they don't talk like Nigerians. You can imagine kids that don't talk like Nigeria. Immediately they step their foot like in Nigeria. When they say a sentence, somebody will look at them and say, where is this one coming from? Do you understand? So I feel as though, because she was raised in South Africa, and you know, she should have been socialized as a South African, and you know, all her culture, everything she knows culture-wise, you know, everything should be. So she should have identified with South Africa when it comes to that national flag. That was that was an oversight. I would say that. Okay, let me read some more comments to understand what people are saying. So that video where she was surrounded by those men wearing the Miss SA finalist sash was PR disaster on her part. You're right, because you can't be representing a certain country. Yes, you know one thing about me, I'm usually always, as much as I will not come, I'm not bashing Nigeria, and I'm not saying she shouldn't include her Nigerian heritage, but I'm saying that in as much as she's identifying with two countries, she's identifying as a South African and as a Nigerian, there should be representative of the two countries. If not, it will be a case of, okay, you're biased. Why does it have to be one country? So if it was a PR disaster, if she only had Nigerian people around her and cheering her, no. Because if you say you're from one country and then all the people that are around you and all people on your team or on your corner are from another country, or from the another half of, I don't know how to say it. If you say you're from two countries now, but you identify more, with this country will not feel included, and they'll be like, if you present them on a national or on a big level like that, they'll be like, okay, please, I don't understand what's going on here. So the reaction was very, very natural. I would say that was a very bad PR. That wasn't nice. I would say that she should have included Nigerians, but more South Africans, or as much Nigerians or as much South Africans as she had the Nigerians, because of course, for the fact that she's even in South Africa, and what she's doing is actually a South African thing. You understand? That's where I'm coming from. I didn't say that her Nigerian heritage should be non-existent, but since she's representing South Africa, most things she's doing has to do with, oh my God, I'm going to be a good ambassador. I'm going to be a good Miss South Africa. Okay, I know this much about South Africa. I've integrated into South Africa. I speak South African languages. Yeah, a lot of people, I don't know. So this part, we don't know. A lot of people on the comment section were also saying that she did not know how to speak even one South African language. And I doubt that. You know why I doubt that? She was raised here. I have a friend of mine that came to South Africa when she was like 10 years. She's my very good friend. She's a Nigerian lady. She came when she was like, say, 8 years. She's like 41 or thereabouts. She speaks Xhosa. She speaks Zulu. She speaks Tswana. So it's very difficult to see. I don't know. That my friend is the only one that I know that came as a very little girl and is here now. She speaks, like, if you see her, oh my God, how she makes South African inner South African jokes. She knows how to do it. She's a Yoruba lady. If she watches this video, she will know she's the one I'm talking about. Most of her friends are South Africans, of course, she will tell you that she's more South African than Nigeria. That's my friend. She's a Yoruba lady. You understand? Nigerian Yoruba lady. I met her like, say, 5 years ago here in South Africa. So she schooled her primary, her secondary, her university was here in South Africa. So I don't know if people say that Chidimma did not speak or does not know how to speak one South African language. I doubt it, but could be true. I do not know. Yeah. Okay, so let me read another comment. Her father said they came to South Africa in 2010 for the first time with her mother. 2010 was like a year before I came. How come? Then that doesn't mean she wasn't born in South Africa. Does it mean she wasn't born here, or she born here, then the man came on his own? I do not know. Disclaimer, I don't want to say what I don't know, because this is in a public domain. I can't, say what I don't know. But yeah, greetings, host and everyone. Hi, Princess Banigo. Thank you so much for joining. On the positive side, that girl is absolutely gorgeous. Yes, she is drop dead gorgeous, and just like most of the contestants, yes, she's gorgeous. I'll agree with you. She's definitely going far. We are rooting for her here in South Africa. Thank you, Miss Logan. That's a nice one. That's patriotic. She must bring that Niger crown back home. Yeah, so honestly, I'm rooting for her actually, because like I said, for the fact that she wanted to become a beauty queen. She didn't start nursing the idea of being a beauty queen today. Before you become a beauty queen, you must have groomed yourself, made sure that you're in the best body shape, body size, but not height, because you don't determine your height, but at least the way you eat, the way you carry yourself and all that. So yeah, she must have groomed herself, but it's just that maybe she didn't do the back work, especially when she wanted to go for the South African part. She didn't do the underground work in terms of these complaints that people have, the part that, she did not include South African a lot, I'll say that. Okay. We, as SA, we lose a great talent, period. Really? You think so? I don't know. Don't let your fellow South Africans hear that too. Yeah, I feel she'll go far. She's still young. Nothing is stopping her from going far. She's still very young. even if she doesn't, I don't pray she doesn't make it, but even in other spheres of life, she can still make it. She doesn't have to. I feel like if she wins in Nigeria, it might spark an outrage. Princess Banigo is saying so. Yeah, Miss Logan said something like that, not in literally, but what she's trying to say is that because those in Nigeria have been practicing and they've gone far in the pageant, how can she just come based on cloud and come and take it? I don't know. Who knows if she will win? You never know how these things play out, right? But let's see how it unfolds. Let's see. But for the fact that Banigos, for the fact that they said she has a child, I don't know if Nigerian pageant, Miss Nigeria, they allow people that already have a child. I don't think so. I do not think so. Knowing Nigerian society in general, I don't think they will want someone that do not have that has a child. Let's see how it plays out. Guys, you are talking as if other contestants are going to just let her work and take over. You might be surprised. Yeah, who knows? You never know. Everybody's prepared. It's not like the next person came to play. It's not like the next person came to play, actually. So, yeah, it's not like the next person came to play. So everybody's prepared. But the point is that she's popular. I will say that right now. Whatever, one thing she can take away from Miss SA contest is that she has gained so much popularity. They say no publicity is bad publicity, right? So on that basis, she has popularity, and popularity, they say in this social media age, attention is currency. If you have the attention of the people, of the public, you've already won. You've started winning. So for the fact that she has won the attention, and people will always say that Nigerians like the underdog. I don't know what they mean, but what they say, what they mean is that when Nigerians feel as though you are being mistreated or something, they kind of step in for you. I don't know, in any area. We've seen it play out a lot in our Nigeria social media. Maybe let's say somebody like, let me use Yule Dochie as an example. He got married, he has a wife, and he left his wife, just abandoned literally his wife in public like that, announced on social media that he has another wife, and people took her, kind of picked up his wife and started helping her with endorsement, and the lady is big now. So I'm trying to reiterate the fact that Nigerians, if they see that, okay, something, I don't know, if they feel, even if it's not the right thing, if they feel in any way that, oh, okay, we'll help this person. So on that basis, who knows? Even if she doesn't win the pageant, she may win. Maybe she can start getting endorsements from big companies in Nigeria, like, big companies. That one I can say, because already she has gained popularity, she has gained fame. Her social media page is like I don't know how many she is now. I'm not so following her on Instagram, but I think she has gained more following on her social media, and that's what you need in this age and time, actually. So some people might become like a Miss one country or the other, and they don't gain as much traffic, and they will just do the crown, do the whatever 1 year, and that's it. Nobody knows her. But for the fact that she herself, the Chidimma of a girl, has gained popularity, let me just say, in the Nigerian space, if she decides to go to Nigeria, although I don't think she will fit into Nigerian society, I don't know, I'm just saying, but she may, I don't know how much her dad is preparing her for that. Her dad may have actually prepared her very well for the Nigerian society. Who knows? Somebody says she was once married to a Nigerian. Obviously, I'm thinking that child she has, if she has, allegedly, I don't know if she has a child, but if she actually has a child, like people are saying, maybe it will be for that Nigerian. So maybe she actually has that side of her life covered out. Or, if she has it, then yeah, if she goes to Nigeria, maybe she will make it. I don't know. Is Chidimma's child South African? That's someone is asking. That's what I don't know. If a lot of people are saying she identifies more with Nigerian and she married a Nigerian, that's what they said. I don't know, allegedly. I would, if I want to answer that question, not like I'm answering it actually at this point, I would say that child may as well be from a Nigerian. I'm not sure, I'm just saying. I think she must not abandon South Africa wherever she goes. I don't think she will. One thing I will tell you for free is that South Africa is the only country she knows. South Africa is the only country she knows their ways and their cultures. I heard her speak. She speaks like South African. That's the truth. When it comes to that accent, she has the South African accent. Do you guys agree with me on the comment section? Say something. What accent do you think she has? Just type. Say Nigerian or South African. For me, hearing her, knowing South Africans for 13 years now that I've been saying here, I think she has purely South African accent. Precious, did you see the other contestants? What do you think about that child thing? Who is right as an African? I don't understand that. I just wonder how is this going to play out, because the case is still pending. Yeah, the case is still pending. The documents to fly with are still under scrutiny. Oh, that comment has gone away. She sounds like a colored. Are you serious? Eh? Are you for real? I thought she sounded like a black South African in my ear. So, colored accent is very different for me. The colored accent, I will say I know. The white accent is different. The black accent I am very familiar with. The colored accent, I think I know. The Indian accent I know, because I think she sounds black, but Lungani is saying she sounds colored. If she goes to Nigeria, what about her studies? Because she won't be getting any citizens if she decides to get Nigerian documents. I don't know how far she has gone. I think they say she's in her 3rd year. Law should be 4 years, a 4 years degree. So maybe she will complete before she go. We are just speculating here. We are not really answering any question, guys. Okay, so the saddest part about this whole Chidimma issue is that she is now being used to settle some scores. Are you for real? South Africans, we are called all sorts of names for questioning her eligibility to enter the Miss SA Pagent. Her child was born in SA. At the time, she was considered South African. Okay. That's a long one, because it's a long one. Because for now, her child is a South African, so we don't know how it will play out. I honestly feel like she is being used for cloud. Who is using her, Lungani? Who do you think is actually using her? I don't know who I would say is using her. I will say that if you ask me, my own opinion is that honestly, she had the looks to be a miss whatever, miss, to be a beauty queen. She has the look. She probably has the intellect and the vibe, kind of. She does. She has the whole, you know how beauty queens behave. Yeah, she has it, and she's still young. So every other thing from that, apart from her pageant thing, I can't speak to, because I feel as though that girl really wanted to be, for the fact that she knew all this odds, she knew that she is a Nigerian, and she still wanted to come to be to contest for the Miss SA. I feel she really wanted to be a beauty queen. She said the man interviewed and claimed he is her father, is not her father. I'm wondering what is going on. I'm wondering too, my dear. Sabelo, what are you saying? Are you for real? Now we will watch Miss Nigeria to see if she wins. Yeah, we'll all watch it. I'm not a beauty pageant person, but I'll watch it. Nigeria and South Africa, they will claim her after she wins the Nigerian crown. Let's see how it plays. Who knows? Somebody was saying, what if she went to like an Olympic and won? And when she still as a South African, are we still going to say no? You don't call yourself a South African. What do you guys think about that? If she went to the Olympics, something that's major, and she won the gold and whatever, and brought it back to us in South Africa, are we still going to say no? You're not one of us, or whatever? Or I don't know. I had that she agreed, but it's a bad move, because she will be proving South Africans right. No, Sandile, no. I wouldn't say that, because I wouldn't say it's a bad move. If she wants to be a beauty queen, she has the right to fulfill her dreams. If South African didn't work for her, I think she shouldn't just fold her hands and say, oh no, it's going to be a bad move, let me not go to Miss Nigeria. No, since she didn't get it in South Africa, I think she's at liberty to also try her luck in Nigeria. That's my take. You guys know me. If you know me on this what's it called, on this YouTube, I always say the truth. I do not try to cover the truth. If I were to be her and it played out like I said in the last video, she has the right to have a dream, and she has the right to follow her dream, you know, irrespective of her dynamics and her unique situation. I don't think it's a bad move if she wants to say, okay, since the Miss Nigerian pageant did not work for me. Liso, hi Liso, thank you for joining. I don't think it's a bad move, okay? I don't think it's a bad move if she wants to join, because she has the right to free her dreams, whichever way. Thank you everyone for joining. Please make sure you're giving the live a thumbs up, please, guys, okay? I will definitely appreciate. So, Sandile, I don't think that's a bad move if you ask me. Olivia, I joined late. Tell me legally, are your kids SA citizens? I asked because they were born here. No, they are not. Grace, you've been following me very closely. That's why you asked, because if you have been following me closely, you will know that my girls, we are not South African citizens, and my girls are not. Yeah, at least at the now, and we are not. Me and my husband, we are not keen about all those things. If you know us, yeah, we are not keen about all those. So I just want to clarify the fact that if a child is born in South Africa, let me put it out there, because some people were misconstruing some things on the comment section. They were getting it all wrong. If a child is born by two foreign nationals, that previously it used to be that if I found this on the web. No, sorry. So if it previously used to be that if I'm a South African citizen, a South African PR holder, and my husband is not, my child will be a citizen. But they changed the policy. Okay, so now both of you have to be PR holders before your child becomes a South African citizen. But if one of you is a PR holder, like my husband, you guys know he's a professional, he's a doctor here in South Africa, so he's a PR because he's a critical skill holder. When he came with, you know, all those critical skill things. So yeah, when he came, yeah, but it's doctors are no longer considered as a critical skill as of now. But when he came so many years ago, they were still considered. So he has the PR. But myself, I do not have the PR. Does that answer your question? Yes, I'm sure it does. And I am South African. I am South African vendor speaking man. It was sad what happened to her. My daughter has a vendor name, Lufuno. My daughter has a Zulu name, and my daughter has a Tswana name. 3 of my daughters have South African name. I love South African names anyway. She has dual citizenship. Yeah, she does have, but I like in my video, the previous video, I agreed to the fact that she does have dual citizen. And on paper, at least for now, till Home Affairs says otherwise, she's still a citizen. Somebody might not like it, but that is the truth. Till the investigation is concluded and otherwise is said, which I don't pray for, okay? I pray that everything goes well for her and she still retains her citizenship. However, what South Africans were pointing out to the fact that she doesn't really represent them, at least in the socials, and then she did not, like, she doesn't have the name. And the name was one thing they didn't like, especially the flag. So people's feeling are legitimate. And yeah, I will tell you for free that Nigerians will also do the same thing South Africans did. Like I said in my comment section, I said I'm a Nigerian. I don't I will not misrepresent my country. I will not lie against my country. Neither will I lie. If I see something, the truth, I will say. Against Nigerian and South African, if I see something about South Africa that is the truth, I'll say. And if I see something about Nigerian that is the truth, I'll say. I'll tell you for free that what South Africans did, if it were to be Nigerians, they will do it. They'll also question, where is this one coming from again now? What's that? Like I pointed out with that, what's it called that I said, the elections last year. Africans generally are like that. Every African country will question that. Except you prove yourself beyond reasonable doubt, then yeah. But at least the question will come up, okay, before then it might just die down, I'll say. In Nigeria, at least the question may come up. I don't know if they would have pushed it to the extreme where South Africans took it and writing petitions. I don't know. I'll tell you for free. But that question most African countries will say, oh, this person that is coming to represent us, is she really our citizen? Most people will say, and they will want to also dig in. So that I will say. But yeah, I still feel bad for her regardless. I know that it's a dream she has nursed for a long time, and she must have worked hard as well. I wouldn't lie, because before you get to even the contesting stage where you're picked and you go from one stage to another, you must have worked hard. So yes, Mboneni, I agree with you. I feel sad what happens to her, but it is what it is. It's called life. Yeah, but yeah, everything will be fine. I believe. Liso said she was married to a Nigerian and have a boy child who is 2 to 3 years old. Oh my God. Okay. All right. That means that child, like somebody asked on the comment section if that child is a Nigerian, and obviously I felt that child may as well be a Nigerian, and you just confirmed that. Allegedly, Liso, because we don't know. So for me, I'll always say allegedly, because I don't want somebody to come and say, Olivia, you said something you don't know. So everything we are, at least we are saying that anything I don't have proof to is all allegedly. Yeah. I'm really sad for her, because it's all this. Parents are not coming out to protect her. Maybe her parents do not want the heat. You know, this is a very heated thing. Maybe her parents are just this calm, laid back people, and they don't want the heat. I don't know, because what are her parents going to do anyway? Are their parents going to go against all the thousands of people? No, they might not. I don't know what they're going to do. Why are South Africans claiming her now? Why the hate against you black? Let's leave hate comments. This is one of those reasons why SA won't get oh my God, get it right. I don't know about that. I would laugh if she wins and it's Mia versus Chidimma at Miss Universe. that would be interesting to watch. Lungani, right? We'll see how it plays out. I am thinking about those who have guys. Okay, let me just post my what's it called on the comment section in case somebody wants to say something before, so that let me post the link. If you have anything to say, just you can decide to not to be seen. Okay, you can decide to take away your what's it called, your video, and just talk with your audio. I am thinking about those who have been training in Nigeria. Yeah, I know it will not be fair on them, but I don't know how it's going to play out. I watch all your videos. Thank you so much, Benani. Thank you. I really appreciate all all your contributions and support. I appreciate each and every one of you. Please give this video a thumbs up as we are here, guys. Okay. I pray those that have their identity stolen will be compensated. I pray so too. Yeah, I pray. Why do you all dislike Chichi so much? I don't know. She's a beautiful girl. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's dislike. I don't know. Anybody that is disliking for no reason, I don't think that's right, but I don't know. When I said she's being used to spike internet in the pageantry industry, I feel like this is the biggest news story since Zozi Binzi in 2019. That's another thing. You guys, Lungani, I would tell you the truth that I feel that maybe the contestant, as much as the organizers know that she's qualified, but they would have probably suspected, I'm thinking, that's my opinion, that okay, bringing her would make people watch the pageant more. that's another thing. Who knows? You know, I mean, because it was one pageant that a lot of people were interested in at Losi. Okay, so guys, yeah, I don't know. Did I paste the link here? Nigeria, there are a lot of comments, guys. The only problem SA has with Chidimma is that she does not have SA in her heart. Yeah, somebody might interpret it, not necessarily. Segodi, not necessarily, but I feel as though it was not wise on her part not to also, you know, rise or lift or raise the South African flag as the case may be. Because if you are raising flags and you claim this country also as your country, and you want to represent them on a pageant, I think it's only wise for you to also raise their flag. In all honesty, that's my take on that. However, it may just be whatever on her part, an oversight. Okay, we have somebody, Sandile. Thank you for joining. Hi, Sandile. Thank you for joining. Please don't use any strong language, okay? Because of YouTube guideline. And just continue saying, yeah.
Okay.
Sandile, you've been added. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
you. Can you hear me? Yeah, as I was saying, personally for me, I don't have a problem with Titi. Like, I love her. She's a lovely girl. But I think I am more concerned about her loyalty towards us South Africans. That's where my problem is. Because when she goes to represent us in this essay and people take a look at her social media, she's doing Nigerian things, she's wearing those things, and her account has Mozambican and Nigerian flag. It makes us as if like we think that those women who are qualified enough, so we ended up choosing a Nigerian girl, which is, it was going to make us look bad. And then, as you know, South African and Nigerian are rivals. So it made sense that South Africans are going to be angry because Nigerians are already going to claim her. As they started claiming her when she was on top 16, then South Africans started saying, no, if Nigerians are going to claim it, we don't want it. But I feel like she is a lovely girl. She has everything to succeed, and I wish her all the best.
Okay, I'm struggling to hear you, Sandile, but if I hear you, if I heard, a part of what you said correctly, you're saying that some of the things I said, you're trying to reiterate that no one has any, specific problem with her, just that you guys felt that she doesn't have South Africa at heart based on what you saw on her socials and how she, carried herself in public based with the only Nigerian men coming to support her, right? Is that what you're trying to say, right?
Yes, that is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, thank you so much. You can, if you still want to say something, you can just hang in there, but mute yourself. Let's hear from Radai. I hope I got your name right. Go on. How are you? Thank you for joining. I added you already.
Hello?
Thank you for joining. Yes,
Hello?
Radai. Yes, Sandile, can you please mute yourself for a minute? Let's hear from here. You have the floor.
Hello?
Yes, we can
hear you.
Me? Go on. Yes, go on. How are you? Thank you for joining.
Yes, ma'am. Listen, my take in this, I blame our governments.
Okay.
Because it's a failure of our government to cause these problems. And this thing is going to continue, go and go and go, unless our government can make a dialogue and set the proper things so that they can stop and try to make sure there's no clash now between South Africans and Nigerians, or South Africans and Africans, so that we can understand. They don't come in the party, they fail. When they fail, people are becoming confused which way they must use to interact each other because of our governments. The blame I put in our governments. They are the ones now supposed to come up even in these things of Chidimma to make now a way how to work together as a people of Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear. Okay, you're trying to say that, if I got you correct, you're trying to say that the government is supposed to ensure a good relationship between Nigeria and South Africa, so that this kind of things will not come up.
Yes, yeah. For example, the story of criminality. Who do that? Government. They are the one want money, eat money, but they're out now. Chidimma faced the problems. The government, where's the government was getting the money at that time? Where they are. That is the problem. This is why we are here, because of our governments. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. Thank you for contributing. So, you know, sometimes there are political things is not something we can, for me, I don't understand politics. Sometimes the politicians, the government, they know what they are doing when it comes to politics and policies in the country. So, but the case of Chidimma, I'll just say is the way the society perceives things. Like I said, South Africans want to ensure that, okay, this person that is representing us, she's fully ours. I'll put it that way. If you watch, like some people will try to say, maybe the way they present it may not suit everybody, but that's one thing I will say. And some of their concerns obviously are legitimate, and others are just, yeah. So that rivalry, like you said, between Nigeria and South Africa, I don't know. I'll just call it love. Some people said, Olivia, no, we don't love each other. Don't say that. But anyway, I'm all for love. I will always continue to preach love, and that's it. Yeah, Olivia, when you hear SAs claiming they just give it back what Nigerians did when all Wahala was not clear. Now, see, now she is going to contest in Niger. Some Nigerians are not happy about it. Well, I feel as though if she is a Nigerian, she has every right to contest. Just like I feel as though she's a South African, but for the fact that she did not carry, especially with the socials now, she did not also, flaunt South Africa as she flaunted Nigeria. Permit me to use that word. That's where the South Africans may have maybe been angry. But I will also say that even if she did all that, not to say that even if she put South African flag there and she has South African name, I don't think everybody would have still been accepting of her. A few people would have still accepted her and said, okay, we pipe low. And there are some people that are anti-Nigeria, sorry to use that word, yeah, and they will still kick against her, but it won't be as much as she has the kickback. So yeah, not that everybody would have still accepted her, even if she's a Lufuno, or she's a Tando, or she's a Lerato, and she has the South African flag, but she has a Nigerian blood in her, or Nigerian descent. I'm sure not all South Africans would have accepted her, but for the part of integration, most people would understand that, okay, this person has actually integrated very well, and she is one of us. That's what I will say. So to that regard, let's see let me read some more comments. There is competition between the two countries. What kind of competition, my dear? We shouldn't be competing. We are Africans. We should be competing against the West. The West came and they took all our valuable things, allegedly. I wasn't born then. Allegedly, but it's not. We shouldn't be competing against ourselves. We should be working together. Somebody said something on the comment section. I don't know. I didn't screenshot that comment. She was like, Olivia, what do you think about if we come and have a pageant that will bring all Africans together? Maybe you represent from Nigeria, from South Africa, from different countries. Would that not be nice? And I'm like, that's a very good idea. Those are the kind of things we as Africans should be, to make Africans, to push Africa as a continent out there, not to compete against ourselves. We shouldn't be competitors. I mean, Nigeria is far back in the West, West Africa, and South Africa is here, and we shouldn't be competing. If she wins, okay, if she wins and they meet with Mia in Miss Universe, we will applaud organizers for producing the highest quality of beauty. You see now, Nomzi, you're trying to be partial. So if she now wins, you will give the glory to the organizers. I'm not going to do that. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, somehow, partially, but so does it mean that if she wins, South Africans will be happy with her or what? Maybe I will say so. Here, the whole family is very dodgy and they cannot be trusted anyways. I don't know about that. I don't know. I'm sure things will unfold as things begin to unfold, honestly. One thing I'll tell you for free is that I commend her dad. A lot of some Nigerian men, that are married to foreigners, let me say South Africans, their children don't even have any affiliation to Nigeria, honestly. So for the fact that her dad was, gave her some kind of affiliation to Nigeria, I commend that. But if she had in mind, that's my own, if she had in mind, or she knows the desire to become this, she would have integrated more. She would have adopted a South African name for herself, just like, although I'm not coming to be anything in South Africa, I'm not coming to contest anything, or but I just like South African names, and I gave myself one. Not officially though, but I'm just trying to make a joke. However, I'm saying the truth. She would have integrated some more. It doesn't mean that if she wanted to marry a Nigerian, she can't marry, but because of the kind of society South African is, I think they wanted to see more integration. They wanted to see that she is one of them. Maybe it would make them love her the more, or more people would have been more accepting towards her. Not all, but yeah. What if Nigerian dad isn't the biological? Okay, somebody said, what if the Nigerian dad isn't the biological father? Lots of women cheat. You're taking this now to another level. You want us to talk about DNA fraud, eh? DNA fraud has been a thing right from the world go. Angazi, honestly. However, things will unfold. I'm sure that things will unfold. Hi, Uncle Beno, how are you? Hope you're fine. Thank you so much for joining. This person is just making me laugh now. Why will you start talking about women that cheat? We know that women cheat, men cheat. So, but we don't know. We don't know how these things unfold, or how it's going to unfold. Uncle Ben, what's your take on this? Do you have any take on this? Do you have any suggestion or any comments about this Chidimma of a girl? For me, I appreciate the fact that she dared to follow her dream, but she may have, did some things that she wouldn't have, or she would have done some things better. Let me just put it that way. This Chidimma story is hiding a lot of secrets. We want DNA test. Panting. Who is this? No DNA test, please. We don't want DNA test. We women don't like DNA test. I know. I'm just talking about the Chidimma girl and South Africa. Okay, let me just bring you up to speed a little. So South Africans said that because she claims to be a South African, she claims to be a South African and a Nigerian as well. But during the contest, they did not see her raise the South African flag in her socials. She had this Instagram account where she posted Nigerian flag and Mozambican flag, because her mom is originally from Mozambique. Then she naturalized here in South Africa. So their grievance is that if she has to represent them on a national scale like that as a Miss South Africa, she didn't raise the flag, and they're angry. Why did she not raise the flag? You understand, Uncle Ben? So that's one. And I feel as though they are within their rights, because Miss SA, especially because if it's just a normal person and you do that, but if you're coming out for such a public office, and you're representing those people, and you're raising flags up, you should as well include the flag of the people you claim to want to represent. And she was actually going far. That's why they were signing that petition. She would have won. Who knows? She could have as well won. So they said no. And another thing is that South Africans are big on culture. I've been living here. I gave birth to my children here. They were like, if she was born in South Africa and her mom claims to have naturalized, she should at least have a South African name. And because I know that Black South Africans only go by their local names. You hardly see a Black South African that will be going by the name Olivia. So that's my take. Yeah, that's it. But Olivia, I feel like you are more South African and are still very proudly Nigerian at the same time. I love you, our beautiful sis. Maybe you should also enter Miss SA. Yeah, you're pulling my legs. Am I a miss? I'm a missus, and my age has far gone. I can't. I know you're just making a joke, but thank you. Thank you for the compliments. I appreciate. I'm Nigerian. I'm purely, fully Nigerian. I'm not South African. I've not naturalized, and it's not in my plan anytime soon. I wonder what will happen after the investigation if she is already a representative of Nigeria, because it is going to be all over the international media. Yeah, she's already a Nigerian, so she has the right to represent Nigeria. So yeah, I will see how the story unfolds. The story has a lot of surprises. Yeah, we are here for the surprises. Mm, Listo says her mom also didn't do justice for her because she knew she is a culprit. This case, the girl who has Ugandan surname was questioned, but the mother showed up and the people who knew her. Well, I cannot categorically say that the mom is a culprit. You know, in the law, they said you're innocent until proven guilty. If everything, the investigation comes to an end and the mom was proven guilty, then we can say she is guilty. But for now, I can't use this platform to say she's guilty, you know, but let's see how the case unfolds. But in the case of showing up like defending her, maybe not all moms are that outspoken and all that. Some people are very conservative. That she's coming for a Miss SA doesn't mean that her mom, you know, is an outgoing person or a social media person. Who knows? So we'll just give the mom the grace, and maybe she's not that kind of mom that. And how is she going to defend her though? You can't stand against social media users. You're just going to have yourself, you know, fall sick, because social media users can come at you like with full force. If she makes a post and on her social media, they will come after her. How is she going to come out? So I don't know. Sometimes it's best to keep quiet and see things unfold. For 23 years old, her mom let her believe she was South African. Who else her mom knows? We don't know. We'll see how it plays out. So guys, yes, the SA people are right. She can't claim. SA, we are right. She can't claim SA without any indication she is a South African. You're right. Especially for the fact that she was putting up flags. You're putting up flags on your Instagram, and you put up flag of one of your nationality, and you put up flag of the other one you agree with. Then one you want to represent as their miss whatever, you did not put up their flag. That was a very big oversight. Like, who was advising her? That wasn't nice. So I will not, like I said, I will not fault them to come out and say, who is this? Especially the flag one. Let me say the name one was, she didn't name herself. Like the way I named my children now, they didn't name themselves. But for the fact that her social media platform, she handles it. So she should have identified with the people, you know. And another one, they said when she was jubilating that she was in the finals, no, she didn't have any South African representative. How are you going to, knowing the unique situation that South Africans and Nigerians are into, how would you just be doing your thing? You want to represent them and you claim you're one of them, and you're not showing, you know, you're not showing any allegiance to them. You don't really identify with them. They have the right to call you out. Yeah, this is it. This is not a time where somebody will pick it out and be like, oh, look at what's going on, and it will start from there. So I feel that's one of the things she did not do right. And her parents as well. She would have even adopted another name and gave herself, you know, legally registered her name and say, okay, I really want to be a South African. I'm a South African. I go by this local name. You can't be going by Chidimma. Like the way my name is Chinom. So you either go neutral or you go local. You either go with Vanessa or you go with, especially because you're here. Your Chidimma name is good. I like the fact that her dad gave her that beautiful name, you know. But she also should include that of South Africa, especially because she's here. Nigerians don't know her. She doesn't even know Nigeria. I don't know how many times she has traveled to Nigeria. That's if she has traveled to Nigeria, you know, for once. So she should be more. She should have been more South African and than that. Yeah, that's what I have to say. Hi, Olivia. I hear you say her mom naturalized in SA. I don't think so. If she did, there would be no talk of stolen identity. Mozambicans find it easy to come to SA. I think she came and she stayed. Oh my God! But how did she get the ID? I'm a foreign national. I know how a child cannot just get an ID if you a parent is not a a permanent resident or a citizen. Maybe I would say that even if her mom is not a citizen, maybe her mom was a permanent resident holder as at the time she was born. Maybe that was how she became a citizen. Maybe the law was still there. There was a time before I gave birth to when I gave birth to my first daughter, that law was there, you know. But after I gave birth to my second daughter, that law was no longer there. So it could be that even if she isn't a citizen, she could be a permanent resident holder at the time when she was born. But a lot of people have a lot of things to say. Some people say she wasn't even born in SA. So I don't know what to believe. Yes, all the best to her. All the very best to her, honestly. If anybody has any other thing to say, or if you want to jump in and say something, you can use the link. If not, we call it a day. Yeah, but all the best to her. I wish her all the best, and I wish she excels. I wish she makes it, you know, in her career. She's a beautiful young woman, and she still has her life ahead of her. But next time, she should have another eye, look at things before because if you're a public figure, there are some mistakes you don't just do. It can earn you something in your career. You can just make a blunder and it will earn you. That was an oversight on her part, the South African thing. I know South Africans are very sensitive people. There are some things you would do in South Africa, it won't just slide. So especially if you know the people. If she has been living here, she should have known South Africans. She should have done better. Please give this video a thumbs up, guys. Okay, I will really appreciate you giving this video, this live stream. What am I saying? This live stream a thumbs up, and share if you want to. The mom might forge her DJ as well. I don't know what you're saying. The mom might have forged. I don't know. Anything is possible. But one thing I know that when it comes to anybody that is I know that the law enforcement agents are there to do their part. So the law is looking at what, especially foreign nationals, it's hard for you to do something and go scot-free. So I'm sure the law they are on the case. A birth certificate must mention her father and mother's name. Yeah. But sometimes there are errors though. There's an error that happened when my child was born. My husband's name alone was there. Would you say that it's not, although it was later corrected, you know, it was corrected not long ago, but they wrote her dad's name as her mother's name and her dad's name as her father's name. We went to Home Affairs for so long before it was corrected. So yeah, the mom might have forged her ID. Oh, okay. We'll see how it plays out. Work with all. We'll see how it plays out. No party is guilty until proven guilty. Yeah, no party is guilty. If she has any skeleton in her cupboard, I'm sure the authorities will do justice to that, guys. Yeah. So yeah, but thank you everyone for joining. Thank you. If you have any more comments on the comment section, let's get it. Let's continue the conversation. Thank you for being fair and level-headed about this conversation. Thank you, Miss Logan. I appreciate you. Thank you. She is Nigerian and she has the contest. She has to contest Miss Nigeria and SA. Okay, we'll see if she joins Miss Nigeria eventually. But I wouldn't say she should leave her dream. Like I said, I did not fault her for going after her dreams, although there are some, you know, things she would have done better, which she can still correct, who knows. But for Miss Nigeria, she can still pursue her dream from there. Just to show up and say, here, I am SA from Soweto, for example, then gone, period. She is on FB. Social media investigators has found her. Just to show up and say, here, I am an South African from Soweto, for example. Lisa, I didn't get what you're saying. She is on Facebook. Social media investigators has found her. Bye, guys. Okay, someone is here. Uncle Beno, let me add you.
Olivia.
Hi, Uncle Beno. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing
I'm
today?
fine. How you doing, my sister?
Fine, I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you and all your good works.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome, my sister. Wow. I didn't know you go live this early. It's actually 7 a.m. right now in
Yeah, in the
Texas.
US, you know, for
Yeah,
us here is noon, is like past 2.
no
I just go
wonder.
live randomly if I have something to say, and I usually don't take time, like stay long. I just,
Okay, okay.
yeah,
That's good.
I just,
I just want to say something about this ladies issue. You see, to be honest, I don't blame her. I think sometimes parents are the one who are usually the culprits. Some parents, they don't spend time to actually educate their kids about their nationality. You know, and sometimes, like, the more I dig into her situation, the more I find out that, oh, more, this thing is not like what we thought to. Because
exactly.
ini- initially I felt like, oh, maybe this is just the competition thing that is going on between Nigeria and South Africans. Just like Ghana, we and South African, we are always going back and forth
We're always
when it
fighting.
yeah, when it comes to competition and stuff like that. So when the news broke out, the first impression was like, oh my, South Africa, they don't do this girl, oh. They just, God, they campaign against her, they protest, they don't want her just because she's a Nigerian. But then, thank God to people like you and many other people who have in-depth knowledge of what was actually going on. And then the more we heard about her situation, the more we get to realize that it be like say this girl is not really a South African. And just like I said in my comment, you got to take a stand. If you want to be a South African, show that you are a South African. If you want to be a Nigerian, show that you are a Nigerian. You feel me?
Exactly.
All over
And
the
if you
world,
want to
like,
represent both equally. If you have,
exactly.
if you want to do that.
So we learning now that, oh, the mom is from Mozambique, the dad is Nigerian or something, and kind of like, how exactly are you a South African then? Now, if you naturalize in South African, it's still a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
But while I think, well, South Africans are right, the only concern I have with them is that she applied for the competition. There's gonna be some screening system in place, and how come when you guys screened her, you accepted her, and now she's actively competing, and all of a sudden, the South Africans say no. So I fought the organizer in a way too.
I
I
feel the
did.
organize sorry, Boben, I feel the organizers are also aware of the traffic that her being in the contest will bring to the contest.
Thank you. You
That's
see,
why they kept her there. That's political. It was purely strategic and political. If not, they know that okay, that people will want to see and people will want to talk. And the more social media users are talking about this contestant and the more the people view the whatever the pageant. So that's why
yeah.
they kept her there. I don't know if they knew it was going to be so intense like this, but I know that they had that in mind. But in this, when she was applying, she had what it took. She had the South African national ID. She had it. So if she didn't have
Okay.
it at all, the organizers wouldn't have allowed her in the pageant. So she had that and maybe other criteria like her height and whatever. So she had those basic criteria and they allowed her, but emotions are
Well,
emotions.
I don't know how the South African legal system works, but if it is like the United States, those organizers might just pick up a lawsuit
Yeah, yeah, in the
for
US.
using her. Yeah,
Yes,
they might just pick up a lawsuit. And I think we Nigerians too, it's time we speak for ourselves. It's time we open our eyes. You know, the situation now is just like what is going on in that 90 days fiancé. I don't know if you watch 90 Day
no, I
Fiancé.
don't watch it. I've heard a lot about it though. I've not watched it.
Oh, there is this guy in the competition, Michael. He's a
Okay,
Nigerian, you
Michael.
know,
Yeah, I used to
who
hear,
is
and his
married to
wife's wife.
Angela. Yeah.
Mm,
You know, that woman has been behaving irrational for the longest now. And the show organizers, they don't bother to caution her. They don't do nothing because I guess the presence of Michael in the show is actually giving
bringing
them
traffic.
that
Mm,
African traffic, which they desire a lot. So most of the thing Angela is doing to Michael, the abusive words and everything, if Michael were an American, no, they would have shut that thing down for the longest. But
exactly.
they just don't care. So I'm not trying to divide what you are saying right here, but I'm just saying, as you pointed out, people should wake up. We should stop being the one they will be using for their own financial benefit. So the organizer, they did this girl dirty. Let's
Exactly.
just be honest. At the end of the day, the winner of the competition, she's as white as my great grandpa.
They know the organizers know that her presence there will cause some kind of uproar. They don't know they might not have known the extent, but they know because she goes by the name Chidimma. South Africans go by South African name, and they know that this her presence here, people will talk about it, even if they didn't know that they will want her out of the show. But yeah, I agree. It was
Well,
political, or it was strategic. Let me just use that word. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Anyway, I wish her best of luck.
same with me.
I hope she will find strength in the experience and look forward to doing greater things. I know
I hope so too.
it can be heartbroken. She actually stood the chance of winning the competition, but that is life.
That's
Life
life.
happens.
Life happens.
So
I also commend her brave. Like I said in my video, quite a brave girl. If you live in South Africa, you know that she was brave to want to even venture into that pageant. She was brave
yeah,
enough, and she stood the heat for a long time. But
yeah,
when a lot of things began to come out with her mom's nationality and everything, I think she just decided to step back, which
yeah.
made sense for her to just step back. But she was quite brave to venture.
That's good. Anyway,
And if I were to be her parents, I wouldn't advise her to go into that. I said that in my
yeah,
video. I mean, because of the whole where we are as a society, as South Africans,
mm,
the whole relationship between South Africans and Nigerians. Not that anything bad will happen or any. It's not like it's a bad idea, but for the whole social media talk and everything, and the whole, so there's a kind of child that this thing will crumble. Her emotional
yeah.
health, her
Mm-hmm.
mental health, depending on the kind of child, depending on the person. So looking at her as a young woman, I would have not advised her to, especially with her dynamics. Her dynamics quite Mozambican, Nigerian, South. No, no. If it was just maybe her mom was a pure South African and her dad was another maybe Ghanaian. If her mom was
Yeah.
a South African and her dad was Ghanaian, pure Ghanaian, I'll tell you she can go. But Nigerians and South Africans love themselves so much. I'll say it.
I
The love
know.
is there.
Thank you, my sister. It's
Thank you
been
so
a
much. I
pleasure
really
being on your
appreciate you. God
show.
bless you, Bro Beno.
Yes, man. Have a
And
good
we'll
one.
call it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, bye. So, guys, thank you everyone for joining. Grace said, and at Uncle Beno, the rule is if you are a South African national, you qualify. So the organizers didn't know that the document might be questionable. The parents should have taken caution here. Yeah, yeah, Grace, you're saying the truth, but before the rejection and the whole social media talk started, the documents case has not been known. So it wasn't really based on the document. It was just based on the fact, the first objection, let me just use that word. The first objection that South Africans began to object her being in the contest was based on her nationality as a Nigerian, and based on her name, and based on the fact that she did not represent them, in socials, and they didn't really feel the South African vibe in her. Not the documentation. The documentation was now a later thing. It happened that, okay, maybe her mom may have, if you watch that statement, they say may have. They've not even concluded, so it's not conclusive yet. So it wasn't that. The main objection that South Africans had was, her whole package, the package of Chidimma from where? Nigeria, okay, Mozambique, okay, they now said to look inwards. Okay, she's not even a real South African. How is she going to identify? She doesn't know how to speak the language. She doesn't know how to do this. She doesn't know how to, So that's what I can say. It wasn't really based on her name. Sabaza, I will add you, and you'll be the last person, so that we'll call it a day. So, yeah, hi, Sabaza. You're here. You can go on. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Lindiwe. Can you hear me?
Njani.
Korunjanwena.
Sapila.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, actually, I'm not Sabaza. You say Sabza. Sabza.
Okay, Sabza. Sorry. My site these days. Okay, I didn't see it well. Sorry, Sabza.
Yeah, Sabza. It's a short for Sabelo. This is the Sabelo that is writing there.
Oh, Sabelo. Okay. Hi, Sabelo. Yeah. How are you? Thank you for joining.
I'm fine. Thank you, man. No, I just wanted to say, let me just contribute. You know what is happening, ne? The issue with the parents, I think they came during those times, the Home Affairs, the systems, the government departments, most of them were not digital, Okay. So things were done on paper and all these things. So it was easy to take money, to take bribes. So it is possible that she just bought, the documents, the IDs. So it was, I know many of them, especially in my area, they did that, but it was just during those times. Then it could be possible that she had an advantage, and then now, because she has an ID, which was got not in a right manner, and then now it is found out, then it will be easy for whatever it's going on. When she's going to have children, then things will be okay because of everything is documented. Do you see? Unfortunately for her, it's being covered now. It is discovered now. So you see all the mess. And I feel pity for her because of she's not part of all these things. And the social media just hampered on her instead of the parents. And I really regret that, because of the parents are not coming out. I've never heard the parents, only the father. And the father that came out on when he was interviewed, he said he met the mother when he's coming from London, UK, to come and watch soccer in 2010. That's when they met. But when you calculate 2010 to 2024, it's only 14 years. You see, that is why the same culprit, the same Chidimma, after the video, the interview was public, and then she came out on Instagram and said, the person that they've been interviewed there, please, he's not my father, so we have to rub it off. So there's a lot of things that is happening there, and I don't understand what's happening, you see. So, but I feel pity for her, and now she's I feel also Nigeria that they just did that in good gesture. They don't mind whether she wins or she doesn't win. It's just that to be polite, to show her that you deserve a stage, you deserve a chance just to be in a beauty pageant. You see, something like that.
Maybe you're right.
But I also wish her the best. Yeah,
you're right, Sabza. When you're talking about the aspect of the like her citizenship, right? You know, but before the opera, before the citizenship and it began to be questionable, there was already social media opera, which was the main bone of contention. It was because of the opera that people now began to investigate, you know, the deep inside okay, how is she even a South African? Then they began to find out things about her mom. But the main bone of contention was the main reason why there was an uproar in the first place. So can you speak to that as well? The main reason, apart from, you know, apart from the second half, you know, the second half is her mom's, how she got her citizenship or whatever. But the main reason, can you speak to the first reason why people had something against her?
Actually, no, my opinion, the way I saw it, it was wrongly handled in a way, because South Africans are always welcoming. We were staying with foreigners for many years, even during apartheid time. Ne? We were never being xenophobic, you know, Afrophobic, all these things. It is just that now what has happened is because of many came to our space, but they didn't came in good faith. They started now to do all these criminal activities, you know, so people, they get angry. But now the issue of her being in the Buchu pageant, they questioned because of there's nothing that identifies her with South Africans. All the names, everything, they even see the flags and so on, you know. That sparked, you know, something.
That was the main, yes, that was the main eyebrow that people, you know, raised first before every other thing followed. Yeah.
So but now people saw it. So but now people, they saw it as, you know, the public general, everyone, even the Nigerians, they look at it in a different eye. They thought of xenophobia. So you see, now there's xenophobia.
You know, that's why the Bible says that wisdom is profitable. Like this Uncle Ben that just spoke last, he said that, yeah, when you look at it first, you know, you'll be like, okay, are these people trying to, you know, shortchange this girl? Are they trying to be xenophobic? I don't like using that word because of YouTube, so let's not use it so much. But if you're a person that thinks well and you like to be really reasonable, you begin to see, okay, what are these people actually talking about? Then you talk about, okay, like the flag, like the name, like, you know, her association. Then you be like, okay, this person is not like an ordinary person, just a girl that is studying, then they begin, you know, just a random foreigner. But this is somebody that came out to represent them in a high office like Miss SA. So then you begin to say that, okay, they actually have the right to question, because this is not just, you know, any other thing. This is their most valued pageant in the country, like every other country, you know. So yeah, it's not about it. That's why a lot of people, social media users, are not, you don't listen to them so much. I don't listen to social media. I just look at scroll as a pass, because if you're reasonable, you look beyond what people are saying on social media. And I know a lot of Nigerians, so let's not say, I will not say a lot, all Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians are reasonable, because I've actually had, you know, a backstage conversation with a lot of Nigerians, and they're like, I know what the people are saying. As much as they might, you know, sometimes the way they push things might be, yeah, like I said, I don't care about the way they push and pushing and, you know, but are their concerns really reasonable? And a reasonable person will say, okay, their concerns are reasonable. Will another country behave like that? Yes. And I pointed it out that most African countries, even Nigerians, will behave like that. You understand? So I like to call a spade a spade. I mean, that's why we have brains. You use your brain, despite the public opinion or the popular opinion. Use your brain and critically analyze something. As much as, like you just said, you feel bad for her, but what it is, what it is. I also feel bad for her, because I know she puts in a lot of work, and so yeah, the PR, the optics did not look good, especially for what she was contesting for. Yeah. So you said some. Do you have anything to conclude before we? Yeah, Sabza, do you have any other things to say?
Yes, maybe just for the public, for everyone, you know, in the social media space, you know, we just need to be careful, because of sometimes we speak things and it hurts and comes back and bite us. You understand? So we should be very empathetic, not sympathetic. We should be empathetic, you know,
Empathy,
with
yes.
the person because of she's a victim, you see, on his own. And then I just wonder what is going on ahead, thinking of all this. And she's even, I see her as being strong to carry all this. You understand?
True.
Now there's still a case and it's still pending and assessing and all that, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot on her plate. But I wish her well, and I would plead with the, you know, with the people in general, you know, that we just need to be not very harsh, you know, they try to handle things in the right manner. So
God
because of
bless.
if we
Yeah.
being critical and then push, can you just imagine? Maybe she would one day said, "Ah, anyway, Nigerians are now against me, South Africans against me. What am I living for?" Then she start now commit
True,
suicide.
true,
What will
true,
we
true.
say?
You don't know the state, the
What will
mental
we
state
say?
of somebody. Exactly. Exactly. You're
Mm,
right. Empathy. That's why if before I talk, I know how to, you people don't know how to talk. I don't know. I know that a lot of people are going through a lot, and I know that most times people try to project their pain on everybody. You know, most people, not I'm not now talking about South Africans or Nigerians or generally in the social media space, people come, you see my life the way I am, I look at myself, oh, I don't feel good ish, I go and comment negatively on people. People lack empathy, people project negativity on others. So I feel what you said is very important, empathy, even when you're trying to relay the right message, you know, like I said, yeah, the message was right, but was the mode of communication right? Maybe not. So empathy in even when you're right, even when you're, you know, seeking for your right, or when you're seeking for justice, or when you're saying the right thing, empathy is very important as human beings. You know why? Life is short, and
mm,
you know,
mm,
there's nothing to life actually. It's not that deep. Empathy is always
mm,
very important. Thank you for raising that submission. I really appreciate that part. You've spoken well. As much as you have the right to demand or ask questions as a people, you have the right to your emotions. Generally, as human beings, you have the right to ask questions when you feel as though this thing is. But in all, the way you relay your message, we should all project empathy, because you wouldn't be happy if someone just took her life because of the way you spoke to her on the social media space. You don't know what people are going through. Thank you, Sabza. I appreciate you.
okay, thank you very much.
Siyabonga,
Thank
ne?
you.
Siyabonga, yeah. Thank you.
So,
Siyabonga.
so.
Sure. So guys, that was Sabza. He really spoke well. Everyone has spoken well. Thank you everyone for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bongani, thank you, Precious. Sabza, everyone that joined, Uncle Beno, I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. Please give this video a thumbs up. Like he said, empathy, let's show empathy. It doesn't take anything. Even if you don't agree with what somebody is doing or what somebody stands for, empathy is important. And this blanket statement of South Africans are like this, Nigerians are like this. There's no country that is all bad and no country that is all good. I keep saying it. And everybody will be all right at the end of the day. Let's show love, empathy. That's the only way we can progress as human beings. And that's why we are humans and not animals, generally. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's call it a day. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Lindy. Thank you. That name of my, I love it, guys. You know, my name is Lindy. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Siabonga, Siabonga, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you. Share this video, okay, so that more people will see it. Comment, like, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.